Hello and welcome to another A-Level Economics video with me, Mr Goff, for MrGoff.com. This video will focus on market failure caused by externalities. When an economic transaction occurs, there is a private cost to an individual or firm, that is, the amount they pay. The consumer also gains a private benefit through the consumption of the good or service. When someone purchases fast food, they get the enjoyment of eating that fast food. When they purchase a bike, they're able to ride that bike and get enjoyment and satisfaction from riding. Social costs are costs to third parties from economic transactions. Fast food restaurants provide access to fast, inexpensive food, but they also have social costs. They produce large amounts of litter, and they contribute to obesity issues in society. Some goods and services have social benefits, such as when people buy bikes and become healthier, reducing the burden on the health system. Where social costs are greater than private costs, we have a negative externality, or an external cost. Where social benefit is greater than private benefit, we have a positive externality, or external benefit. Negative externalities of production are the result of higher social costs of production than private costs of production. For instance, if we look at the palm oil industry, many of the farmers are from poor countries and need to do the job they do in order to survive. Their private costs are not that high, and they're able to sell the palm oil at a price that it makes it able to be sold all around the world. However, the negative side of this is that it has tremendous impacts on deforestation and biodiversity. Therefore, the social costs of producing palm oil are far higher than the private costs. Positive externalities of production are the result of higher social benefits from production than private benefits. If we take, for example, a supermarket that redevelops waste ground in a city and includes housing above, with some incorporated flats for low-income earners, we can see that there's a lot of positive benefits to society from this development. Negative externalities of consumption occur when the social benefits of consumption are less than the private benefits of consumption. If we take cigarettes as an example, when people consume them, they may get the benefit of enjoying the cigarette themselves, but they're also putting a strain on the health system, so the social benefits are far lower. Positive externalities of consumption occur when the social benefits of consumption are greater than the private benefits. When a person gets the flu jab, it helps to protect them from getting the flu. But as each new person gets the flu jab, it restricts the ability of flu to spread throughout society and therefore prevents large-scale illness from taking hold. The marginal cost of production is the cost of producing one more unit of a good. While initially this may go down as you produce more goods with the same resources, eventually it will need more resources. This could be more workers, a bigger building, or additional machinery, and marginal costs will start to rise with the quantity of output. The marginal benefit of production is the additional benefit gained from consuming one more unit of a good. As we consume additional units of a good, we gain less satisfaction from each additional unit. Therefore, this slopes down and to the right. The optimal level of production and consumption is where the marginal cost matches the marginal benefit. As this generally occurs well above where the hook is in marginal cost, we normally don't draw this hook on the bottom of the line, as you will see in subsequent diagrams. Where a good has an external cost of production, then the marginal social cost is higher than the marginal private cost. Therefore, the market equilibrium is not the same as the optimum position. Here, the market equilibrium is at Q1, where the marginal private cost matches the marginal private benefit, while the social optimum position is at Q2, where the marginal social cost matches the marginal social benefit. If production takes place at the market equilibrium when we have negative externalities of production, then it will result in oversupply, and the area shaded in red will represent the welfare loss from this level of production. To find the total welfare loss, you add the welfare loss for each quantity between Q2 and Q1. This is the gap between the marginal social cost and the marginal social benefit. The first unit after Q2 will have a small welfare loss, and this will increase as we move towards a number of units produced at Q1. If we were to look at a product with positive production externalities, we would see that the marginal social cost and the marginal private cost are reversed. In this case, the shaded area would represent a potential gain of welfare if we could cause production to increase from the point at Q2 to the point at Q1. Where a good has an external benefit from consumption, then the marginal social benefit is higher than the marginal private benefit. Therefore, the market equilibrium is once again not the same as the social optimum position. The social optimum position is seen here at Q2, where the marginal social cost equals the marginal social benefit, whereas the market equilibrium is seen at Q1, where the marginal private cost is equal to the marginal private benefit. If production takes place at the market equilibrium, where we have a product with positive externalities of consumption, then we will see undersupply. The area shaded in green will represent the welfare gain that can be made by moving to the socially optimal output level instead of the market level. The total welfare gain can be calculated by adding the welfare gain at each level of production between the market level and the socially optimal level. If we were looking at a product with negative externalities of consumption, then the marginal social benefit and the marginal private benefit would be reversed, and we would be looking at a situation of oversupply. That brings us to the end of this video on how externalities can cause market failure. Join me in the next video when I'll be looking at the effect of public goods and information gaps on market failure. Use the resources at mrgoff.com to help you revise economics, and until next time, it's bye for now.